everybody. What is up? Welcome to the Sunday Funday show. My name's Parker.
I'm Elise.
And Elise, how was your week this week? Tell me, I'm really interested.
Man, it was pretty great. How about yours?
It was awesome. My favorite food is pizza, and I had it every day this week. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow, that's a lot of pizza.
I love it. What can I say?
Well, you must have a really great delivery person then.
Yeah.
He must like you a lot.
His name's John.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
I learned the best knock-knock joke of all time. Are you ready?
Like the best of all time?
The best of all time.
Okay, I got high expectations. Let's hear it.
Knock.
Who's there?
Betcha.
Betcha who?
Bet you can't do the impossible sit-up.
That's not even a knock-knock joke.
Of course it is. I asked knock-knock and you had all the components of a knock-knock joke.
The whole point of it is to be funny.
Well,
a joke is funny, and that wasn't funny.
That's beside the point. The point is, I have actually done the impossible sit-up.
What even is that, though?
See,
I mean,
if
impossible.
you had done one, you would know. And since you haven't, obviously you can't.
Listen, I just want you to know that I was the team captain of the badminton club in 6th grade.
Yeah, but have you done the impossible sit-up? Because
I'm sure,
I have, and that clearly makes me the better Sunday Funday
Elise,
show host.
Look, I am just an all-star athlete, badminton, 2-time champ.
Right.
And I know I can do the sit-ups, no big deal.
I don't think so.
I mean, if you can do it,
don't think you can.
If you can do it, I can do it.
I don't believe you.
So, okay, what is it? Tell me what it is. I can tell you if I can do it or not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can do it.
You want to go right now?
You want me to do the sit-up right now?
I don't know if you can, Parker.
I can do it. I can do it. I mean, and when I do it, I could probably do it better than you.
Oh, that's debatable.
All right, we're gonna do the sit-up right now. Come on.
Now?
Yep, let's do it.
Right now.
All right, I'm ready. Tell me what I need to do.
All right,
let's do it.
So we're doing the impossible sit-up challenge.
We're gonna change the name to possible because I'm about to do it.
Right. Yeah. So
let's do this thing.
The first thing that you need is this
sweatband.
It's
Good.
A blindfold, actually. So you're gonna need to put this on.
Why do I need the blindfold?
Just trust me. It's part of the process. So here,
okay.
put that on. Tie it behind your
okay.
You know how that works.
All right.
And I just need
you know, Elise.
One more thing.
I just don't know about this.
Trust me. Don't worry about it. So lay.
Okay. Now what? Okay. Like this. Okay.
Get ready. Yep.
All right.
Like you're doing a sit-up.
Okay. What is that?
It's static from the radio. I'm finding some good
music,
motivational tunes. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you?
So,
okay.
All right,
I guess.
So, are you ready?
So now what? Do I just sit up? That's
not impossible. So I'm gonna put some resistance.
Okay.
And it's gonna be impossible for him to do this. All right. Ready? Try. Go. Come on, Parker. Come on, Parker.
Elise. What?
It's Bible story time with Ken.
Hey guys, so glad to be with you guys today. Now, today's story, we're actually talking about faith. So, faith is believing in what you can't see based on what you can see. Now, I know that might be a little bit confusing, but we're actually going to look at an example that's going to help us understand that a little bit. As a matter of fact, we're going to look at a guy's story. Actually, I think he's backstage right now. Oh, great. Thank you. Put this on. Oh, great. Perfect. Thanks.
The Sea of Galilee, a vast and beautiful body of water in Israel at the head of the Jordan River. The skilled fisherman, it can be a fishing oasis, but for one man, it would be the setting of the disappointingliest catch. His name was Peter, and obviously he was taking the failures of the morning hard, hanging his head, trudging his feet, weeping gently.
Actually, I'm doing pretty good.
How could you possibly be good right now? You just had the disappointingliest catch.
What? Wait a minute. Is that a real word?
Peter obviously had a limited vocabulary if he failed to recognize disappointingliest as a word. But beyond a limited vocabulary, He was clearly delusional from the traumatic events of the morning.
No, wait, I'm actually doing fine. Here, let me explain. So it all started last night when me and James and John, we went out for a night of fishing. We were fishing out on the Sea of Galilee.
Peter and his crew went out in his boat, and James and John and their crew went out in theirs. They braved the unforgiving darkness and set out in the Sea of Galilee in hopes of upping their season's totals.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, we were out fishing and we fished all night long, and it was cold.
The weather was brutal.
Yeah, and we were really tired.
Sleep desperately escaped them.
And we were hungry.
The echo of their growling stomachs rang through their ears, a bitter reminder of the cost of being a fisherman.
Wow, this guy's really good. So anyway, we fished and we fished all night long, and basically we never caught anything. So by the time it was morning, we decided, all right, that's it. We threw in the towel and we made our way back to shore, not having caught any fish. But you know what the worst part of this was?
Everybody was most disappointed that they would not have fish sandwiches for breakfast.
No.
Everybody was most disappointed that they would not have to eat frozen fish sticks for dinner.
No. The most disappointing thing was that even though we had come back and we hadn't caught anything and we were pretty disappointed, we still had to clean all of our equipment and mend our nets.
My next guess.
Yeah, okay, so anyway, we're there and we're cleaning our nets and we're mending everything that was broken, and then all of a sudden Jesus just walks right up and he gets into my boat and he asks me to push out into the deep water.
Peter politely told Jesus no and returned to cleaning the gear.
Actually, no. Jesus, he asked me to push out away from the shore, and so that's what I did. I went out a little bit, and Jesus, he started teaching the people right there from my boat. It was pretty amazing. But you won't believe what happened next.
Peter proceeded to lead everybody in a game of Simon Says.
No. Jesus leaned over to me and he whispered, he says, hey, why don't you go out into the deep water and let your nets down for a catch of fish? Now, I thought maybe he was joking. I mean, come on, for real. I'm the professional fisherman. I know what I'm doing. And yeah, okay, I had a bad night.
You mean one bad night in your disappointingliest catch?
Yeah, so I had a bad night, but it's not that I was going to go back out there and continue fishing again. That would be silly. But there was something about the way he said it, and there was a sincerity about him that, well, so I just asked him. I said, well, Master, we fished all night and we hadn't caught anything, but because you say so, I'll go out and let my nets down for a catch. And so I did. I let my nets down into the water.
And they came up just as empty-handed as before, making it his second most disappointingest catch of the day. Oh my, bummer for you.
No. Actually, it was the complete opposite. I let my nets down and bam! I mean, it was amazing. The fish went crazy. They just jumped into the nets. The nets were so full they started to break. I actually had to call James and John over in their boat so that we could put all the fish into our boat. It was a miracle.
Wow,
You're speechless, right? Yeah, so were we. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't know what to think. I just fell at my knees at Jesus' feet, and I was just in awe.
Peter then humbled himself and asked Jesus to join his fishing crew as the head of the fish location and navigation.
No, actually, Jesus asked me to follow him. And so I did. I left everything. I left the fish, the fishing business, everything to follow Jesus. It was the best decision I've ever made.
Wait, you're giving it all up? But what about tomorrow?
Well, I mean, God, he really provided for me today. I'm pretty sure I can trust him for tomorrow. All right, so I got to get out of here. James and John and I, we're going to go with Jesus, and he wants to pick up some more people on the way. So I guess we'll be fishing for men from now on. Great. We'll see you guys later.
And so, as the sun set on the Sea of Galilee, there were two less boats venturing out that night, as Peter, James and John traded in their life of fishing to follow Jesus. See you next time on The Disappointinglyest Catch.
All right, so that's a pretty amazing story. I mean, it took a ton of faith for Peter to, first of all, cast his nets back down into the water just because Jesus asked him. But even more so, it took a ton of faith for him to leave everything and to follow Jesus. But, I mean, Jesus had proven that he could provide. And so Peter was trusting him to provide forever for him. And guys, the same thing really goes for us. I mean, we can have that same kind of faith as Peter. When we see and when we know that God provides for us today, it makes it easier for us to trust him to provide for us tomorrow. All right, so that's faith. So let's pray right now. Let's ask God to help us to just trust him no matter what. All right, pray with me. God, thank you so much for this story. Thank you for Peter's faith that we see in how he trusted Jesus when Jesus asked him to do something that really didn't make sense. And God, we just pray that you would help us to be like Peter, to trust you no matter what, and to know that you will always provide for us. We love you. Amen.
Wow, what a great story.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Man, it must have been really hard to trust Jesus after they'd been fishing all night and caught nothing.
Yeah, they must have been exhausted. But when they trusted Jesus, they caught way more than they could have ever expected.
That's so true. And, you know, I guess Jesus is a lot more trustworthy than I was earlier today. So I'm sorry I tricked you into getting pied in the face.
That's okay. Even though I couldn't trust you in that moment, it was pretty funny.
It was still pretty funny.
But hey-
So, hey, well, let's reveal the question.
Oh, I got it right over here.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Forgot to write the question on there. But how can you trust Jesus?
Well, I guess one of the ways you can trust Jesus is if you're a little nervous about going to school, you can trust that Jesus is going to be there with you.
Yeah, or maybe one of your friends or your family members are sick. You can always trust that Jesus will be there with them through the whole thing.
Now that's the truth. So, well, thank you so much for being here with us on the Sunday Funday Show. You guys have a great week.
See ya.